Good day everyone, I am Cadet Like M. Chuganko and I am here to discuss about the mooring lines. So first, let us know what is mooring line. Mooring line is a line or cables used to secure a ship at the berth. Mooring line should be arranged as symmetrically as possible and put in the midship point of the ship. Then the main function of mooring line is to hold the ship fast to her berth against the effects of wind and current or other forces. If the mooring lines are adjusted properly, wind or current loading on the lines is a static load. If you try to use a line to stop moving ship, that is a dynamic load. So next is line materials. Line materials, mooring lines and ropes come in a wide range of materials. The most common materials include chain, wire, and synthetic fiber. A line may also be a combination of these materials. The type of line you choose depends on environmental factors like water depth, local weather, currents, waves, and wind. Below will take a closer look at each category. So these are the types of mooring lines. So first is the chain, wire, and synthetic fiber. So chain is the most common type of the mooring line. It is also one of the heaviest materials. A chain is the most suitable for shallow waters up to 100 meters. This type of line material is useful for long-term mooring. Chains have low elasticity and can withstand excessive force before they break. Their strong catenary effect enhances at anchor's performance, allowing the vessel to stay secure with the minimal movement. Most mooring lines have a chain segment towards the bottom or fairlead. There are two types of chains link used in mooring: the studdless chain links, which are the less prone to fatigue, failure, or getting weaker or breaking over time due to repeated stress, or the studded chain links, which prevent the formation of knots in a chain. So next is the wire. So wire lines are lighter and more elastic than chain lines. These characteristics make wire lines suitable for waters deeper than 100 meters. Wire lines have a weaker catenary effect than heavy chain lines, so a vessel may move around more in the water. Wire lines and most common for spring lines and breast lines when planning a mooring pattern. Then next is a synthetic fiber rope. So mooring ropes made from synthetic fibers are incredibly lightweight and have high elasticity. These characteristics make them neutrally buoyant while in the water. A synthetic fiber rope may be a composite of synthetic materials including vinyl, plastic fiber, or etc. Synthetic fiber ropes are most common for deep water. They are primarily useful for head and stern lines within a mooring pattern. Then there are conventional synthetic fibers. So the most conventional types used in mooring include polyester, polypropylene, polyethylene, and polyamide. Many ropes combine these common materials. So first, let us know is polyester. It's a common rope material. Polyester offers strength and durability. Polyester stays strong even during cycling, loading, and does well against external abrasion. This material has a high melting point, a low coefficient of friction, and a high elasticity. That makes it a strong all-around choice. Polypropylene, like polypropylene also has a high elasticity, unlike polyester. However, this material has a lower temperature resistance and may perform poorly during cycling loading. Uh, Polyethylene is most common in small ropes and is less common in large ropes. It serves utilitarian purpose in various water sports like fishing and water sinking. Polyamide. Polyamide, also known as nylon, is another standard synthetic fiber used in mooring. Nylon has strong abrasion resistance and temperature resistance and has extremely high elasticity. Polyamide is at its strongest when dry. After exposure to water, it loses approximately 10% of its strength. Next is types of mooring. So next, let us know the types of mooring lines. So first is a breast line. So mooring line leading ashore as perpendicular as possible to the ship fore and aft line. Breast line restrain the ship in one direction of the berth headlines. So headlines, mooring lines heading leading ashore from the fore and end or forecastle of a ship open at an angle about 45 degrees to the fore and aft line. Next is spring line. Spring line mooring lines leading an early fore and aft direction, the purpose of which is to prevent longitudinal movements or surge of the ship's while in berth. Spring lines restrain the ship in two directions, and heading prevent forward motion and back spring aft motion. So lastly, the stern lines. So stern lines, mooring lines leading ashore from the after end or poop of a ship, up often at an angle about 45 degrees to the fore and aft line. So that's all about the mooring lines and their line materials. Thank you.